Welcome to Backyard Family Fun, the podcast from Pride Pools, Spas, and Leisure Products. In Claxton and Savannah, Georgia, celebrating 50 years serving our community, this family-owned business has spent decades helping create memories that last a lifetime. Whether you're a pool owner, a spa lover, or just looking to turn your outdoor space into a true retreat, we've got you covered right here on the Backyard Family Fun podcast. And as a crazy awesome deal for our Backyard Family Fun podcast fans, you get 10% off anything inside either location in Claxton and Savannah, excluding pools, hot tubs, or saunas when you mention the podcast. That's all you have to do. Go and visit the Claxton or Savannah Pride Pools, mention the podcast, and get 10% off. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Welcome back to Backyard Family Fun, brought to you by Pride Pools, Spas, and Leisure Products. I am so happy to be sitting down with my friend Marshall Smith on this episode to talk about all kinds of goodies. And by goodies, I mean the goodies that we all want in our backyard, when we're having a party, when we're having a grill, when we're having a whole situation. Maybe we're going somewhere and we want to take one of those goodies with us at the beach or whatever it may be. And we're going to be talking about all of the sort of outdoor living essentials that you can find right here at Pride Pools. Marshall, welcome back. Always good to see you.
Thank you. Glad to be here. And it's always fun to sit down with you and talk, Dee. And I'm excited to talk about some of the products that I think some people may or may not be aware of that we offer. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, we were talking to a friend of ours last week sometime, and we were mentioning some of the products that are here at Pride Pools, and they were like, they had no idea that they could come in and for instance, get like a cooler, or come in and get maybe one of those outdoor stoves that you know,
Sure.
have. And
Yep.
so I think there are a lot of products that people really want, don't necessarily know how do I get those except for going online and, you know, buying something somewhere else. You can walk right in here and see a lot of those.
Sure. You know, and I think that if you're going to do what we do, pool and spa business, you know, it's backyard family fun. We felt the need to, I think, help complete the backyard by offering some of the things that we offer. And I think a lot of people don't realize what we do have. And so, yeah, I'm excited about all the things that we have. And you're right. I don't know that, you know, if you're talking about the solo stove, I think that's, you know, I think what's so unique about that particular product is it comes in different sizes, first and foremost, but its presentation is beautiful. I mean, it looks fantastic. You know, you can it serves as your fire pit. So, but again, the unique feature about that particular product is that it's smokeless. So I haven't got my mind completely wrapped around the science in that and how they make that work, but it works. And I think it's really fun that you can take something of that nature, put it out by the pool and set it up and have it going at night and enjoy the ambiance that it creates. And so without the smoke.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my first topic of discussion. It was the solo stove, because I remember the first time I saw it, we were at a friend's house and he was having a barbecue and boom, all of a sudden he brings out this sort of mobile fire pit looking thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? And he's like, no, but get it. There's no smoke. And I was like, that can't. So of course, I made him prove it to me. But, you know, I'm like, there's no way. It's not possible. And sure enough, we stood on just like on top of it almost, just right over top of it. No smoke.
Just to test it, right?
Just to test it,
That's
you know.
right.
And I don't understand the science behind it, but I love it because, you know, I think about certain yards and neighborhoods that you might be in where you can't have the full-on fire pit or the big bonfire that, you know, everybody loves out in the country.
Stoke it a little more,
yeah. You know, and so this is really perfect for that.
Sure, it is perfect, and again, it just complements what we do in someone's backyard. Whether you're like you mentioned, I think whether you're in a pretty strict neighborhood, so to speak, when it comes to just being friendly to the neighbors and making sure that you don't try to smoke them out.
Right.
But yeah, the uniqueness of the smokeless piece of it is so cool. But it looks great. It's a beautiful it's almost like a piece of side furniture in the stainless steel effect that it has. And so I just really think that if you've not had the opportunity to experience a solo stove, we've got them, and we've got all the tools that go with it to make it a fun product to entertain with and to utilize in your backyard.
What kind of tools can you get with that?
Well, you've got the what we call it's not a gripper, but it's been able to pick it up and pick up certain things, and it's a stainless steel piece.
While it's hot.
That while it's still hot, that's exactly right.
I got you.
And you've got certain briquettes, certain things that you can use to burn in it as well that you wouldn't typically just throw anything in there. But however, you can put traditional wood in it.
Really?
You can use certain things to burn in that you may not think that you could. So
Right.
it's diverse when it comes to that. The mobile piece, I like the fact that you pointed that out, because I think people don't realize that the design it makes it mobile. So, even if you wanted to, not have it out by the pool and you wanted to carry it to the back 40 and you're going to have a party out somewhere else, and you can take it with you. So
Yeah.
there's a uniqueness to it. So
I absolutely love that. I think it's a lot of fun, and I love the mobile piece, definitely. One of the things that I think, if you are bringing your kids into Pride pools, might catch their eye. A lot of little gadgets and little toys and little pool toys and that sort of thing. One of the things I think a lot of people are interested in is the waterproof speakers.
yeah.
You've got a nice lineup of those.
We do, and it's something relatively. Even though we've offered outdoor speakers in the past, this particular brand is called Speakwa, and it's really changed the lineup for us, and we've gotten really behind it because it is a product that works. It works well, and it sounds fantastic. And the cool thing about it is that you can get it in different sizes, you can get it in different colors. That's really attention getting, and so. And you can, they're mobile and they're Bluetooth ready. So they're really some cool features that come with that particular product. And so we're excited about it, and it's been very popular so far this season.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like that's all we kind of carry around anymore is those kinds of speakers.
That's right.
We use it in the backyard. We take it with us to the beach. We take
right.
it with us on vacation because they do come in handy.
Yeah, they do. And so pointing out that is that the mobility piece of it is that it's also, again, we talk about the Bluetooth piece. It can be paired. In other words, you can take, I think, up to 6 speakers and pair them. And so you could
wow.
actually have a concert in your backyard, and you
Yeah.
could have multiple speakers. Now, I don't think the smallest one has that capability, but there's 4 different sizes. The real small one that come with cartoon characters on it and things of that nature. And then as you graduate up into the larger sizes, I think then those are compatible and can be paired. And so you could, set up 2 or 3 speakers in the backyard and feel like you're at a concert. So that's really the cool feature of that, and the fact that they're aesthetically pleasing too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I love that because, I think about how we entertain at our house, and sometimes it's nice to have one of those speakers, up on the deck, and sometimes it's nice to have one, down by maybe the pool, and one, over where the kids are going to be, and
Yeah.
you can have the same music going on.
That's
and
right.
That's a really cool feature.
Yeah. So that's what's kind of set it apart, I think, a little bit, and the fact that they come in different tie-dye colors, black, just you name it. There's something to create great listening sound out of multiple speakers at one time. And that's, again, having the mobility piece, the Bluetooth, the pairing piece is really cool. So, yep, come in great packaging. They make a great gift item. So, they are perfect for somebody on the go or just setting up the backyard.
Yeah, and listen, your kids are going to be picky about the colors and the
That's right.
the characters on that, but
right.
you'll be able to find them all. They've got a nice variety.
One that comes to mind, I know we've got one that's a SpongeBob.
I
So
love it.
we've got just different characters on some of the smaller ones, and I think they make a great gift item for all age groups.
I'm excited, Marshall, to find out about the Thermo Cell products because that's something I actually don't know much about those at all.
Well, and I'll say this, if you live in Southeast Georgia for very long, you know that we have bugs. And I say that tongue in cheek, but kind of sarcastically, but But yeah, I mean, if you spend any time outdoors, and especially in your backyard around your pool, you want to try to eliminate some of the pests, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
pesky mosquitoes and gnats and stuff. And yeah, we carry Thermo Cell products that are designed specifically for that. So, but yeah, a lot of people don't think about those types of things, us offering that, but we have those available in different sizes and different shapes, and they come and they have different capacity for serving certain areas of the backyard. Some will serve a larger area than the others, and so they're mosquito repellents, gnat repellents, that type of thing. So Thermocell is a brand name that people are familiar with, I'm sure. And if you're not, we carry it. And so we've got some cool products that help your outdoor enjoyment a little more enjoyable.
Yeah, I love that it actually can fit a larger yard or a smaller space,
That's right.
because man, there is nothing worse than when the sun goes down
Yeah.
and you're at the pool, that like sweet spot where
That's
like
right.
you're like, I've got like 5 minutes before the gnats come out, or, and boy, they just, I don't know, they ruin a good time for me sometimes.
They can. And so, you take something that's, I think they're aesthetically pleasing as well. You can set them on the picnic table or out by the table next to your lawn chair or whatever, and you can set it up, and it's got the active ingredients octanol, which is a product that mimics, I think, what the human body will exude to make it an attractant. So it helps attract the pest to it, the pesky mosquitoes and gnats. And so what it does is basically repels the environment so that it makes it more enjoyable for yourself. So.
Yeah, you remember what we were doing years and years and years ago. You remember the bug zapper, right?
That's right.
Right next to the pool or grill or something. And boy, that just was not aesthetically pleasing.
No, it wasn't.
It didn't sound good. It was just awful.
I think for the parents, it was kind of like they were never happy about it.
That's right.
I think at the time it probably did its job
It
pretty
did.
well.
It did.
But, there was nothing, as you point out, aesthetically pleasing about it. And so we kind of eliminate that. And
That's
so
right.
we kind of get it a little more subdued and doing what we want it to do by creating more of a repellent as opposed to an attractant, so
That's
to speak.
right.
So yeah, the old bug zapper, very familiar with those, and I remember those growing up as well. And they if it was on a busy day, that thing could make music almost,
Oh
So
man, no joke, no joke. I can still hear the sound
I know, yeah.
when we're talking about. I can still hear it.
Depends
Oh,
on the
man.
size of the bug too, right?
That's true. And sometimes you were like, was that a bird or a
Yeah.
bug? I don't know what that was, but anyway, great products. And I think too, Marshall, that one thing I love about walking into Pride Pools, either the Savannah location or in Claxton, and I think about it kind of like, if you go to a car dealership and you buy a car, wouldn't it be nice if that car dealership also offered you all the accessories that you ever need with that car, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what you get here when you're buying a pool. Or even if you've had a pool and you want to walk in and get new accessories or new things.
That's right.
It really, there's a nice selection for that.
The old adage, one-stop shop. So, we know we're not all things to all people, but we do believe that we offer things that most people would have some interest in. And I think that we hope that folks will come in, take the time after, whether they're shopping for their pool or for their spa, or they've already done that and they're coming in for chemicals, take the time to look around and shop and look at some of the things we offer that I think will definitely enhance their backyard outdoor living space and just their enjoyment. So take the time to come in and look around. I think you'll be surprised at what you see.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of things that make great gifts, you were talking about some good gifts earlier. I've got a birthday around the corner. And one of the things that I absolutely love is the selection of Canyon coolers.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like we've gotten to this point in life where like we've got a different size that we need for different occasions. We've got some that it's like, this is our beach cooler. This is our just like, we need a cooler in the car,
Backyard.
That's right.
By the pool.
That's right.
Absolutely. And thanks for bringing up Canyon. Canyon is a unique brand in that, I use the term lifestyle cooler. I think as things have evolved over the past 10 years, coolers have evolved, right? And so there's been several names to show up in the marketplace that people kind of resonate with. And we feel like Canyon is right there with them. And so because of the diversity that it offers when it comes to size, whether it be a soft side, whether it be hard sided, whether it be the tumblers, they have an awesome selection of tumblers as well.
I
But
love a good tumbler.
yeah, but talking about the coolers, let's talk about the sizes. Anything from 22 up to a 150. So when I say that numbers, we would call the quart size. So
Right.
anything from 22 up to 150,
Boy,
and
that's
so
big.
it is. And I think what also sets Canyon apart is its diverse color selection. There are some other brands that offer 2, 3, maybe 4 different colors, whereas Canyon has 7 or 8, maybe 9 different colors to choose from. And so I think when people think about coolers, they become part of the furniture, so to speak. And so they want it to have some style. And so ranging from pink, which I'll point that out in just a minute, the fact that they came out with that pink color not too long ago, but camouflage green, they've got like a sandstone, they got white, they've got blues, teals, different colors that you can get to take on a road trip or to set up in the backyard out by the pool. Because what's the other cool feature about the Canyon coolers is that in all the study and the testing that have been done, they claim they will hold ice longer than any of them.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so that in itself intrigued us
No doubt.
want us to bring that product in, because we felt like if we could, offer up a product that that category that people were familiar with, that this brand would get their attention. And the fact that it will hold ice up to 7 days. Yeah. In a couple of the models, I think it's the 35, which has the largest casing of insulation in it. And I think it's that particular model, the 35, I believe, is the one that states that claim. And so we've tested it and we've proven it. And so, yeah, so just having an opportunity to enhance your travels, your backyard, we've got a cooler to suit your needs. The soft side too. That's also becoming very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Soft-sided coolers, we've got that in 2 different sizes is available as well. So, but I do want to point out the pink. The pink, I'm proud of Canyon getting involved with breast cancer.
Oh,
and
wow.
so they got involved in the breast cancer awareness side of it and of trying to support that arena. And so they came out with a pink colored cooler, and it helps support that organization or that particular, I would say, awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were excited to bring it in, and it's been popular as well. So, the company itself, Canyon, I feel like is doing what it takes to hit all the right buttons when it comes to the cooler side of it. But then the tumblers, got some really cool tumblers in different sizes as well. So you made the comment earlier, love a tumbler. I love a good tumbler too. I'm a coffee drinker, so I love to have my coffee in the morning. I put it in the tumbler, and it'll last.
It's good for
last
hours.
a while. Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, unless you
Yeah.
drink it all, obviously.
That's right. That's right.
I'm glad you said something about testing these products. Boy, that's a hard job, isn't it, to have to test some of these
Somebody's got to do it.
coolers
Right,
and
that's right.
speakers
Yeah.
and pools and whatnot.
Just call me the test dummy.
That's
I'm
right.
ready.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
ready.
yeah. We're all lining up to volunteer for
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
Don't you worry about that. Of course, I guess I think of some of these other accessories and essentials as maybe like smaller in size, but things that like I'm thinking about if you just had your pool put in or your spa put in, and maybe you've had a little touch of nice landscape out there and some pretty stuff going on. You've got some other things you're probably adding to it. Like I'm thinking about the garden flags and maybe
Sure.
the mats and things like that.
Yeah, and now we're talking about a product that we've actually carried for a number of years, and it's really been successful, and we're proud of that. But still, a lot of people probably don't think or associate that arena with us. But if it's backyard oriented, or in this case, front yard oriented, or whatever, landscape oriented, we've got some things to fill that need or want. So yeah, mailbox wraps, we even have that. So the same company comes up with some of the coolest designs when maybe you're celebrating Memorial Day or 4th of July or Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever, or if it's the fall season, we have things that you can put on the mailbox and wrap the mailbox and let people see your festiveness for your front or backyard. But the garden flags are one of those things that my wife, we have several.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got one in the front yard, we got one in the backyard. So yeah, we like to change it out. And so we have the stand, we have it out, and as the season approaches, we swap those flags out. So got a multitude of different themed flags to I think suit most people's needs or wants.
Yeah, you were talking about the mailbox wraps. I remember I had a cousin who every single solitary season, holiday, doesn't matter. She had a wrap for all of them.
Yeah.
And she was, I mean, that was kind of a marker for her, like the, morning of,
Yeah.
we'd be
That's exactly right.
yeah,
So
changing the
well, how fun is that, right?
It's so
I mean,
fun.
yeah, it is fun, and I think people get excited, especially if they're motivated by the season
That's
and they
right.
want to express themselves as many ways as they can. What a great way to do it, by putting it on your mailbox right out front. So yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, we've got different seasons that we can celebrate, and we've got a pretty good category when it comes to again, whether it be the season of Christmas or Thanksgiving or 4th of July, or whatever, we should have something for your taste.
Yeah, and I can't let you go without talking about my favorite backyard accessory, which is the grill.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people might not say that's an accessory, but I kind of think it's one of those things where, like, if I'm going to be spending a lot of time outside, and I know we've mentioned some of our grills in previous episodes, but I just want to mention, because the line of grills, and you've got two fantastic grills
Right.
that serve two different kinds of people and lifestyles, and I love that. And I think, it's a lot of fun to have a grill, and to be able to have
Sure.
one that fits your particular lifestyle is really cool.
Well, grilling, swimming, they just kind of go hand in hand.
They really do.
And so, especially if you've kind of designed your backyard to be an entertainment space, or just a getaway for you and the wife, or just you and your family, immediate family, or if you're entertaining for the neighborhood or extended family, whatever the case is. If you're going to be entertaining, typically you're going to be cooking, right? So we recognized, probably, me specifically recognized in the early 2000s, the Big Green Egg. And it was starting to make its way and getting noticed in people's backyards. And so I believe it was 2005 we brought that product in. And so we've been carrying it for 20 years. And so it's been a real staple in our stores, and we're excited to continue to offer it. But yeah, when it comes time to be able to cook in a way that makes you, I would say, the talk of the neighborhood, and be able to
Yes,
cook
that's right.
like a chef, that Big Green Egg gives you a lot of flexibility. And it's just a cool, almost like an appliance that's Komodo style cooking. And that's what it's called. It's Komodo style cooking. And so all the accessories to go with it, you name it, we've got it. But yeah, the Big Green Egg, I think if anybody has done any grilling, is probably familiar with that brand, and we have it.
I think over the last, especially 10 years or so, and you probably know much better than I do, but I think the popularity of the Big Green Egg has just gone through the roof.
It has. And I think what's made it so popular is because they got so diverse with their accessory offerings. And I think that people, once they've had a chance to use it and get out there and cook on it, they enjoy it so much, they want to get the egg, salt, and pepper shakers,
Yeah.
to that degree.
Yeah.
Obviously the charcoal and just all there's even electric starters. There's
Wow.
I can just keep going on
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the list of different accessories, and it's not accessories, it's accessories.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
right.
So that's the other thing. It's just some cool names that kind of go with the brand. And so, yeah, again, Big Green Egg is synonymous in people's backyards and cooking. And so I think that being able to display that and offer it and tout it as the best Komodo style of grilling out there,
Yeah.
it is definitely that. So,
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the line that they have. That's just, there's so many
Yeah.
different accessories you can get. But I did see the pizza stone.
Yes.
You can get the Big Green Egg pizza stone.
So there you go. The diverse piece about this particular grill is that because it's designed in the Komodo style, it gives you that oven effect, right? So cooking your pizza, and I'll tell you, if you've never had brick oven style pizza,
It's very good.
It is good. It is good. And so this is what it gives you is that really smoky flavor to the pizza, and what a great accessory to have.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just one of several that are very popular. So yeah, the accessories are as popular as the grill, and so and they come in obviously the sizes. I mean, we've got one in our Claxton location. If you've never seen their double XL, I encourage you to come to our office in Claxton just to see it.
It is quite something.
I can fit in it, and
Yes.
it's huge. So yes, from that down to the Mini Max. So for every need or want when it comes to grilling, tailgating, whatever, we've got it in the Big Green Egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually parked my car in that one in Claxton last
That's
week,
right.
and I mean, it had plenty of room.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's just cool to see. It's so big.
Yeah, it's quite something just to even look at. And yeah, so that's obviously just a fantastic line of grills. And then the other line of grills, it's really cool to me. It's the Green Mountain Grill.
That's correct.
And it's really cool to me how that is also fitting a certain lifestyle. And, if you cook a certain way, this might be actually
That's right.
the way for you.
That's right. And the Green Mountain Grill accents the Big Green Egg so well because it is a different style of cooking. It's pellet cooking,
Right.
pellet grilling. So what's unique about it is that it comes in multiple different sizes as well, but it also is that it gives you the flexibility of saying, okay, I'm going to go to work this morning, but before I leave, I'm going to go and take and fill the hopper of my grill up with pellets. And that way, when I get ready to come home, I can go online with the app and I can start my grill at work. And so by the time I get home, the grill's ready to go.
That blows my mind.
Technology
so good.
has helped that feature, no doubt about it. And so it's really cool that Green Mountain Grill was probably one of the leaders when it came to the Wi-Fi piece. And again, we felt like that feature in itself is going to get people's attention. But in comparison to cooking, we can talk about the features, but just the result that you get from it is unique in that if you're the backyard chef, and as we talk about the Big Green Egg, we talk about the Green Mountain Grill, I think everybody has a different taste in how they want to grill.
Yeah.
One's charcoal, this is pellet grill grilling, and so I think they both can do a great job for any chef who enjoys getting in the backyard and cooking and grilling for their family. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't have a lot of experience with the pellet style, but I mean, I hear people rave about it. Just absolutely rave about it.
And I think typically when you talk to people about the grill portion of it, people can get it and sear, they can cook with it, and they can cook the hamburger, they can cook the steak or whatever. But I think what a lot of people use the pellet grills for is for low temps and smoking.
Smoking,
yeah. And so, it's one of those things that if you come in, because if you could look at their lineup of offerings when it comes to the pellets that are available, you can kind of determine, oh yeah, so we've got apple, you name it. And again, that's one that just came to mind about the different flavors of pellet that are available for cooking. So low and slow for the pellet cookers, and it does a great job in smoking that brisket or that Boston butt, whatever you're going to do. You get up in the morning on a Saturday, you get it cranking up for the weekend, and you're going to have you're going to entertain, for the upcoming football game, and you've got it cooking, and it's making the neighborhood envy, envious of what you got going on there in your backyard. And so, I think with the two offerings we have when it comes to cooking, we can pretty much capture anybody's taste when it comes to that. So,
absolutely. Yeah. If that smell is going on in my neighborhood, I'm tiptoeing down there and I'm just like, hey, what y'all got going on?
Taste test. That's right.
Speaking of things I want to taste test, for sure. Marshall, I think, you can't go wrong walking into Savannah location or Claxton and looking for a gift for somebody, looking for that accessory for your backyard, something that you thought, oh, I've never had one of these gadgets that do this.
That's right.
You can find it and it can be something that can be in your backyard, next day.
That's right. Yeah. So, excuse me. The availability is here. We've got it on the showroom floor. And if for some reason we don't have it, we can get it. So We just want people to be aware of the offerings that we have. Take the time to come in and shop. We're so much more than just pools and spas.
Absolutely. In the business of backyard family fun.
That is us, backyard family fun.
No doubt about it. Well,
Yeah.
Marshall, it's always good to sit down and chat with you. I'm a little hungry now that we talked about grilling.
Me too.
But, we'll have to test some of these products out and have a good time with it.
It's always a pleasure to sit down with you, Dee, and it's always fun to talk about backyard family fun, especially the things we have to offer. And when I can be one of those people who have the opportunity and the privilege maybe of the testing
That's
part,
right.
right, that we talked about, I'm a true spokesperson. I can tell you about some of the things that we have and get excited about them. So, yeah, take the time, take a few minutes and shop while you're here. You'll find pretty cool stuff.
Absolutely. And a lot of those products you can also see on the website as well. So if you click that link in the show notes of this episode, you'll be able to see some of those right there on your phone or wherever you're listening to us from. Marshall, until next time, this is fun.
Thank you, Dee.
Let the celebrations continue. The team at Pride Pools is excited to give you a huge anniversary special. Actually, 3 of them. To celebrate 50 years all year long, you can get up to $10,000 in savings on 3 anniversary fiberglass pools. There are 3 sizes to choose from: the backyard size, the family size, and the fun size. How cool is that? So stop by the Claxton or Savannah locations of Pride Pools or go to pridepools.com for more information. Thanks for listening. Come by and meet your local pool and spa experts in Claxton on Highway 280 West or in Savannah on Gateway Boulevard South, or go to pridepools.com. If you love backyard family fun as much as we do, be sure to give us a rating and review and subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. And if you have a question or topic you'd love for us to cover, drop us an email, info@pridepools.com, or tap the links for Facebook or Instagram in the show notes of this episode. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's go make a splash and have some backyard family fun.
Pride Pools.